Thank you very much, Mr. Anand. You see, you have situated that issue of lack of awareness about the Bhutanese problem to the fact that Bhutan is almost a black box as far as information is concerned. I think the situation will improve, will change, and we'll have more information flowing in and towards Bhutan. Now, you see, as far as the speakers are concerned, I'll invite Mr. O.P. Gupta. I've already introduced him. He has been in diplomatic service, ambassador to various countries, also a diplomatic bureaucrat, and I will request him to kindly.
Friends, though I had been in diplomatic service for 35 years, personally I was not aware of the problem of Bhutanese Hindu refugees. Till few days back, I got a request whether I will be willing to come here. I have all along been aware of the problems being faced by Hindu refugees from other countries, because my own feeling was with Bhutan we have such a good relation that such things will not be happening. So I am very happy to participate in this symposium organized by Human Rights Defense International, very appropriately titled Bhutanese Refugees, the Tragic Story of Forgotten People. They are really forgotten people because most of them happen to be Hindus. India has the largest number of Hindus in the world, but unfortunately the government of India has all along been passive in protecting interests of Hindus both within India as well as abroad under one flimsy pretext or the another. We all know the fate of Hindus internally displaced from Jammu and Kashmir, and various attempts being made by the present Congress government to rob all Indian Hindus 15% of all promotions, 15% of employment, 15% of educational seats, and 15% of all economic opportunities. This is being done in name of Satya Committee and Rangnath Mishra Commission. Their recommendations are based on forgery and false data. India-Bhutan bilateral relations are warm and friendly, so the government of India has been better placed to persuade the government of Bhutan to resolve this refugee problem in more human way. But the government of India, under all previous prime ministers, has shied away even from raising this issue. The joint media statement of October 30, 2011, issued on visit of Bhutanese king to Delhi, is silent on issue of Nepalese-speaking Hindu refugees expelled from Bhutan. My previous speakers have given in detail the history and background of the case. According to UNHCR, more than 130,000 Bhutanese Hindu refugees, they are living in camps in Nepal, and you heard their present state of affairs. I also happen to head an organization called Bharat Raksha Manch, and so on behalf of my organization, I call upon the government of India, which represents the largest number of Hindus in the world, to use its good offices with the government of Bhutan to resolve this issue expeditiously and in a human manner, and allow those who are willing to return and restore their properties. We are in process of compiling data about properties left behind since 1947 by all Hindu refugees who left Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and other countries, so that we could take up the property issue with the countries concerned. We are really serious, and interested Hindu refugees may send details of their properties left behind at our email ID. I will give brmunch@gmail.com and opg5555@gmail.com. With these words, I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity to address this wonderful audience. We appreciate the events organized by HRDI for Hindu diaspora and their problems in Pakistan, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Afghanistan and Sri Lanka. During my service, I was posted as ambassador to many countries. As ambassador to many countries, I never received any instruction from Delhi, please take up the issues being faced by Hindus there. But most of we ambassadors raise it on our own personal initiative. So though government may have different view, at ground many Indian ambassadors like me, they are very proactive. Thank you.